Hi everyone, CFL Park Hopper here at Epcot. We're here today for the Food and Wine Festival. It is back for 2024. I am super excited. This is like my favorite festival of the year. I probably say that about all of them, but I have missed the food and wine and I'm ready to get started. So let's go check it out. Now, one of my favorite things to do at each festival is the scavenger hunt. And this is the Remy's Ratatouille hide and squeak that they do here at the Food and Wine. And they have listed on the map all of the countries where you can find a Remy statue. And every Remy statue that you find he's going to be holding some kind of food. I'll show you the sticker. So the statues are going to look like this. And you're going to find the right statue. You're going to stick it onto the right place on the map. And when you come back to redeem it at the end, they have these awesome cereal bowls. One is a Remy cereal bowl. One's a Figment one. There's a Mickey one. There's one other one. I can't remember exactly, but they're super cute. And the scavenger hunt costs about $10. So you're basically just paying for the bowl. And they always have really good prices at these festivals. So I'm excited to get my bowl. I'm excited to do the scavenger hunt. All right, so brand new this year is going to be Communicore Hall, which just opened here this summer. And they have a festival favorites booth right over here. And this again is right when after you come in. Spaceship Earth is, gosh, we can't even see Spaceship Earth. It's directly behind us, but there's trees in the way. So there's Spaceship Earth. And so we just kind of came straight down and you're going to come into this new courtyard, which is new. It's opened in the last year. And over here in Communicore Hall, by the way, you can meet Mickey and friends. This is brand new. It just opened in June. But over here is a festival favorites booth. So this is part of Food and Wine. So this is probably the closest booth to the front of the park. And they have some favorites from the past. Like they have the pierogies and kielbasa, which I think used to be in Germany a long time ago at their booth. The barbecue pork rinds with a pimento cheese, that's been around the festival the past few years, and a key lime tart. They also have a frozen s'mores chocolate milkshake with marshmallow syrup. That sounds good too. So some of these things can be gotten right here at the festival favorites booth. Now in this courtyard right here, still in the Communicore Hall area, they do an show with Encanto and friends. This is they have Mirabelle and Bruno and singers and dancers. So you can check that out in this area over here. And that happens several times a day. But we're going to now go inside the actual Communicore Hall building because I believe there's another food booth in here. All right, and here we are. And I think there is a food booth over here. I see a line. And check it out. They have some of the festival merchandise here. Shirt. And the Loungefly bag. It's got like a nice little 70s theme, I think, going on here. So, pretty cool. Food and Wine Fest 2024. Mugs. Wine goblets. Polo shirts. Long sleeve shirts. T-shirts. Remy. And yes, I am interested in this booth over here. This is called the Macketizers booth. They have several different types of mac and cheese over here. So let's come check this out. This sounds good. Okay, so at this booth, you can get plain mac and cheese. You can get mac and cheese topped with truffles, like mushroom truffles. And they also have one that's like a Philly cheesesteak over mac and cheese and one that's an Impossible chili. And I think I'm going to try the Impossible chili. Now, I got myself one of the Food and Wine Festival booklets. This tells you what every single booth in the festival has to eat. You can check through it and check out the menus. But on the very back page, they have the Emile's Fromage Montage, which is basically a cheese tasting. And we're going to try a couple items off here. So any of the macaroni and cheeses from this Macketizers booth where I'm in line now count. And then I think I'm also going to try this pumpkin mascarpone ravioli today. That's brand new this year. I'm always into trying new things. And these little areas over here is where they're going to put a stamp into my book for each one of these items that I eat. Now you can eat 2 or 3 of the same item and they'll keep stamping your book. But once you have gotten 5 stamps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you can go over and get a completer festival treat at the Shimmering Sips. It's listed right here. And it's in the, it's kind of like on the promenade right before you would walk into World Showcase. So I'm going to try a couple today, and I just save my booklet, and every time I come, I try to get a couple more filled out, so that way soon I can get the completer festival treat. So this is something fun to do here at the festival, especially if you like cheese items. All right, guys, so here it is, the Impossible Chili Mac and Cheese. It's got the chili with beans and Impossible meat on it. mac and cheese. It's got Fritos, sour cream, scallions. This looks pretty tasty. And the awesome part is this booth is indoors. So check it out. You can sit inside the air conditioning at these nice tables and relax because it is still hot. It's just getting to be, September tomorrow actually. And it's going to stay warm even through October, and it can be warm here. Even in November sometimes it can be 90 every now and then. So this is a great place to come cool off and have something to eat. So let's give it a taste. Okay, that's pretty tasty. I would not even know that was Impossible chili. Impossible meat is so hard to tell that it's not real meat. So it's very delicious. So it's like a very good chili. It's got a nice spice kick to it, but not overly spicy, because I can't do a lot of spice anyway. The mac and cheese doesn't have a lot of cheese on these noodles. Maybe the real mac and cheese has more cheese on its noodles, but this one with the Impossible chili doesn't have a lot. So it's kind of light, which is kind of nice. But I'm going to be back to try probably the truffle mac and cheese next, because I like mushrooms. So I think that will be my next choice the next time I come here to try one of these. But I would highly recommend this. It's very good. We're going to go try some other things. Stay tuned. All right, everyone. So as I came out of the Communicore Hall and started to come down towards the World Showcase on this path closest to, this is the Imagination Pavilion over here, closest to that, on this path, there are 3 brand new food booths over on this path, which I am interested in all of them. So I'm going to show you all of them. However, I think we're only just going to get one item because I'm kind of getting full. I just had that Impossible chili mac and cheese. So I'm not going to stop at every single one of these booths because then I'm going to be done eating. But right here, the Bramblewood booth is our first one, and everything on this menu looks amazing. So they have a grilled cider brine pork tenderloin with apple fennel slaw and apple cider gastrique. They have a grilled bison with butternut squash puree, roasted mushrooms, and a huckleberry gastrique. And they have a cast iron roasted Brussels sprouts with root vegetables. All 3 of these things sound amazing. I will definitely try all 3 here at some point in this festival because they sound delicious. And they have added a nice seating area over here with picnic tables. It's even got some shade covering to it for the daytime. So it's right here in the middle of all 3 of these booths. So I love how they're adding more seating for when you try to get some food, because that's always needed when you're trying to eat your food. Now coming up on the other side of the seating area is the Milled and Mulled. And everything here sounds good. This is a little more of a dessert place. They have a freshly baked carrot cake, which has been here at the festival before. This used to be, I think, at the America Pavilion. It's very good. And they put on a fresh cream cheese icing. It's warm and fresh where they put it over the cake. So it's kind of gooey. The Boursin fig and balsamic jam cheesecake sounds delicious. I definitely want to try that. And this pear and almond champagne sounds good too. So some sweet treats here that sound delicious and fun for fall. And the last new booth is over here on the left-hand side, across from the restrooms. And it's called The Forest and the Field. And this is where we're going next, because I mentioned that I'm interested in that pumpkin mascarpone ravioli, and it is on this menu. So I'm going to hop in this line to get that pumpkin mascarpone ravioli, which is also part of the cheese, that Emile's Fromage Montage, the cheese stroll. And because of the mascarpone cheese, they also have an autumn chili here. So if you want regular chili, this has bison, lamb, pork belly, root vegetables, jalapeno cornbread, smoked cheddar, and cream of fraiche. You could get that here. And they also have a burrata that has spiced pears, apple puree, and fig vinaigrette with the burrata cheese. So that sounds interesting. All right, so here is the pumpkin mascarpone ravioli. It's a little small because you can only get 3 raviolis. However, the dish was only $5.25, so it's not too expensive either. So let me give it a taste. Okay, so I do like it. It's pumpkin fill ravioli, so it has a nice sweet taste to it. It has a crunch from the hazelnut pralines, and then the mascarpone pecorino cheese makes it really savory as well and gives it a nice bite. So it goes really well together, this dish. It's light, which is good for this time of year, as I said, where it's warm out. So I do like it. I don't know if I would get it again now that I've tried it, but it was definitely, I think, worth trying. All right, everyone, this is Shimmering Sips, where you can get the Redeemer Completer Prize for that Emile's Fromage Montage right here. It is across from, like, the World Traveler store. which is right here. Okay. And Hawaii, that booth is right here. This is where the straw hut is. And Hawaii is my favorite booth here at the festival. They have my most favorite item. It is the pulled pork Kahlua slider. I get it every year. It's pulled pork. It's marinated in Kahlua. It's got a spicy mayo on top, and it's served on a King's Hawaiian roll. It is super delicious, and also has a pineapple relish. So let's get in line and get one of these, because I eat this every festival a few times. And I have missed it. So let's get everyone, here we are. The pulled pork Kahlua slider. It is so delicious every year. Let me give it a taste. And once again, it has won my heart as my favorite dish so far of the festival. The pork is marinated in that Kahlua, and it is so delicious and savory. And then when you put the sweet pineapple slaw over it with the spicy mayo, it's like a sweet and spice all together on that nice soft King's Hawaiian roll. Oh, it's fabulous. Just fabulous. So definitely get one here at the Hawaii booth the next time you come. Now they also have a macadamia cheesecake. I think it's pineapple macadamia, forgive me. And that is part of the Emile's Fromage Montage as well at this booth. And they also have a Spam rice bowl, which looked pretty good. So I may get that sometime as well. All right, we're gonna keep moving. I'm gonna find a dessert to try as well here at the festival. All right, guys, so I made it to the refreshment post down here in the World Showcase, and I wanted to mention that here, the dessert, the chocolate amarula mousse, if you've ever been to the Animal Kingdom Lodge and eaten dinner at Boma, on the buffet they have these desserts called the zebra domes. These are the zebra domes. They have brought them into Epcot. They are right here at the refreshment post. If you've never tried a zebra dome and would like to, check them out. They're very good. All right, over here in Germany are two of my favorite booths of the festival every year. The Alps, which has a warm cheese raclette. Let me get over here and show you. They melt this Swiss cheese and they give it to you with French bread slices and some potatoes and little olives, I think, and little cornichons. Good, very good. And you dip it in the cheese. You can get it with ham or without ham. And then they also have a dark chocolate fondue. Everything at this booth, absolutely delicious. And right next door is the Germany booth. Everything here delicious. They brought back the entire menu the same. The bratwurst on a pretzel roll with dipped in mustard. The Schnickennudeln, which is on the Emile's Fromage Montage. It's basically a German mac and cheese. It's delicious. And the apple strudel. You cannot go wrong with this apple strudel. However, stay tuned because I'm going to try a new dessert today, one that is new to the festival. All right, guys, next up we're going to check out the Eat to the Beat concert. So here at the American Garden Pavilion, which is right over here, they do a concert every weekend night. It is a band. Tonight is the Fray. And so you'll just have to check your schedule to see who's going to be here when you're going to be here. And also they do I think, cover bands that are here from Orlando on like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So there is a concert, I should say, every night of the week. Friday through Sunday, it's a famous band. And Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's a cover band. But however, the cover bands, even on the weekdays, are really, really good. And they do all different styles of music. You'll just have to see, again, who's here when you're here. But there's lots of great concerts here at the American Garden Theater all throughout the festival. And when the concerts happen, they happen 3 times a night, 5:30, 6:45, and 8 p.m. They do about a 25-minute set. And you can feel free to keep getting back in line and keep watching. If it's a band you really like, you can get an Eat to the Beat dining package where you can sit down to eat at one of the sit-down restaurants here at Epcot and then get up-close seats for the show. But I usually just come. I don't bother with the Eat to the Beat dining package. Some nights I come and watch one show. Sometimes I come and watch multiple if it's a band I really enjoy. But I come to multiple concerts here throughout the festival. It's a lot of fun. All right, everyone, it is now time for dessert. We are down in the America Pavilion, and this is the Flavors of America booth. So I'm kind of sad because the Ireland booth over in England is no longer here this year. However, the American booth has a freshly baked chocolate pudding cake, which the Ireland booth used to have. It's just going to have a different topping. It's going to have a bourbon caramel, where the Irish booth used to do the Bailey's Irish cream on top. So I am excited to try this because I am really sad that the Ireland cake is gone. I'm hoping it's the same cake with just a different topping. Also at this booth, they have 4 specialty hot dogs, which is unique. They've never had hot dogs before at the festival. You can get a Chicago dog, you can get a New York style dog, you can get a North Carolina style dog, or a Southwest style dog. So if you're interested to try hot dogs from around America, definitely come here to that Flavors of America booth. Let's try some chocolate cake with bourbon caramel sauce. All right, everybody, check this out. The chocolate bourbon caramel pudding cake. Wow, let's give it a taste. Okay, the chocolate pudding cake is definitely the same cake they used to do in Ireland. However, I don't know if I like it so much with the caramel bourbon. The caramel bourbon is good, but I think it's just that I wish it was that Bailey's Irish cream sauce. But the caramel bourbon is good. However, it's kind of subtle. The bourbon is very subtle, and the caramel's not overly strong either. You still get a really strong sense of the chocolate cake as the biggest flavor profile. So I think that's good that the sauce doesn't necessarily overpower the cake. They give you a ton of sauce. It's very messy. But yeah, overall, I think it's good. I would definitely get it again here at the festival. And I will be back to get myself a Chicago-style hot dog because, man, that looked good as well. All right, everyone, so I'm back up at the top of the World Showcase. We're looking at the Mexico side of the World Showcase, but right before you would get to the World Showcase is the Odyssey building. And inside here is the Muppet Labs Brew and Wing stop. So you can go in there and they have several different kinds of wings to try, like buffalo wings. They even have a peanut butter and jelly wing, which I tried last year and I actually liked it. They have a dill pickle milkshake in here. That looks very interesting. I was never brave enough to try it last year. Kept telling myself I would and I never did. So maybe I'll try it this year. But if you like chicken wings, head on into the Odyssey and check out the Brewing Lab. And right over here is the Flavors of Fire booth. This booth is always delicious. Let's check out their menu. So the smoked corned beef they've had the last couple of years, and it's basically shredded corned beef on top of potato chips with cheese curds and a beer cheese fondue. It's really good. And this year they have brought back the slider burgers. These haven't been around for a few years, and they might be slightly different than the last time they had the slider burgers. But that top one, the beef and wild mushroom slider with a truffle brie and cheese fondue, sounds delicious. And the Impossible Burger sounds good too. The first time I ever had an Impossible Burger was here at the Food and Wine Festival. But gosh, I want to think maybe that was like 2019, and then it went away for a bit, and now it's back. So I wonder if it's the same one, or if they've updated. I really can't remember. It was so long ago. But I will be back to try some of these items on this menu, if not all of them at some point. Here's the fry basket where you can get French fries, and they even serve them as a flight of French fries. Like you can get the truffle parmesan fries, the barbecue bacon fries, and the sweet potato casserole fries. They also have the yuca fries, which are really good. Yuca is not potato. It's another type of root vegetable, though. And those are really good as well. And lastly, over here, right before we go into the Creation Shop, is the Coastal Eats booth. I love the Coastal Eats booth because I am a big fan of seafood. So let's check out their menu for this year. All right, so they have the roasted warm water lobster tail with garlic butter, and they have a jumbo shrimp cocktail with cocktail sauce. So I think I will be back to try both of these items at some point. They used to have a really good crab cake. I'm kind of disappointed that that is no longer on the menu. But I love lobster, I love shrimp. Can't go wrong with me, so I'm excited to try this. Well, everyone, it was a super amazing day here at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. I am so glad this festival is back. I love trying the new foods. I really enjoyed the Impossible Chili mac and cheese. The pumpkin mascarpone ravioli was okay. And I'm excited to try some of those other new foods that I showed you, like that bison with sweet potatoes, the Brussels sprouts, even that fig and jam cheesecake that we saw at the beginning. I'm so glad to have the Kahlua slider again. I'll be having that some more, and many other things here at this festival. There's just too much to eat in one sitting. I hope you too can come out and check out the Epcot Food and Wine Festival sometime this fall. It runs all the way through November 18th. So if you're coming anytime in September, or October, or half of November, you'll be able to check it out. If you like today's video, hit like and subscribe down below to see more. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video, which is usually once a week. And also subscribe on social media like Facebook and Instagram, CFL Park Hopper on both. Thanks for watching.